monster in my front yard, and we're about to have to attack it. Let's go. Real talk though, that has gotten out of control, and we're gonna harvest what we can harvest. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna cut all of the tomatoes off, and the green ones will just ripen on the counter or whatnot. But with me going down and we're getting so much rain in the evenings, I just couldn't stay on top of it. It's way overgrown, and we're starting to get some bad pests and some disease and stuff. So it's better to just rip it up and go at it like that. So the cucumber's gonna stay, but the tomatoes and everything, that's what's coming out. Still got some, yeah, so let's get after it. See, that's what I'm talking about. Getting like bunch of pest damage like that, worms, all those army worms. So I just give those to the chickens. And, sure, we're gonna come across a lot of neat things in here. See that? Oh, right in the middle of it. Raw in the middle of it. Yeah, see that? Thing, for real, this one just kind of decided it wanted to go crazy. It smells so good, though. I did do my best though to try to stay on top of it with pruning it and stuff, but again, like we had so much rain. It's on this one. Oh Lord. We just had so much rain over multiple days, and then like I went down for pretty much the week. I mean, it was not pleasant because of my ear. So I just couldn't get them. You see that, like, just tomatoes on there rotten, little red bug thing. So I don't know what I think it's vine borers actually. But we do still got some good stuff. So like I said, we're gonna pull off what we can pull off. Go harvest what we can harvest. Look at this thing. I am happy to see this though. When you got the hornworms and they got those parasitic wasp larvae sacs on there, which looks like they've all actually already hatched. So yeah, I just give that to the chickens now. But I can't zoom in good enough for that to work, but you can see the very tips. See that work? No. The very tips are open, so they're no longer in there. Got some good ones. We got some good ones. It's not gonna be a complete failure. I wouldn't consider this a failure like at all, to tell you the truth, because like first off, I started them off from seed. They did amazing. What in the world? Where did that limb come from? Might have had a little cross pollination because that's actually Abe Lincoln on a San Marzano limb. Well, or I just grabbed the wrong limb. I don't know. Got those for Abe's. Who's that? Yeah, no. Okay, we just grabbed the wrong limb. Here it is. We're going to go cut the tip off that one. Like, these got so big. Like, these are Abe Lincolns. They're going to be good. So I'm going to let these ripen on the shelf. I'm going to keep them on the stem, let them ripen on the shelf. So I'm actually going to set those right there. So when I have a good group like this one has a hole in it. When I have a good grouping like this, I'm gonna keep them on the vine because hopefully it'll help them ripen on the shelf, on the counter and stuff. Back to what I was saying, it's not, I don't see it to be like a failure because, again, ew. Because like I said, I started this off from seed. Yeah, I planted them a little late, which I knew that was happening. But honestly, look at the size of these things. I mean, these things, like, the soil that I put in here did really well. And so they got huge because they had awesome, like, look at the stem on that. That's a thick stem. So they did good. It was just because I got behind, that's why I have to do this. Got some mushrooms growing down here. Look at these things. I don't think those are dead man's fingers, but they still look cool. I mean, I don't think they're edible, so I'm not going to even mess with them, but it's just neat. Ooh, Lola. Again, like I said, we got good maters on here. We got some good maters. We got some good old maters. It's kind of taking over. Reggie! Please don't hurt me. Okay. Too tall. Like I think just wasn't big enough, wasn't tall enough. Got a greenhouse? Right. Got these all the way to the ceiling. Like, I'm still impressed. I'm still happy. Not mad about it. Because like I said, still getting some good ones. It's been so hot too though. It was dry for a long time and then all of a sudden the rain took over. So I kind of knew they were going to get stunted a little bit. I didn't have any way to put shade over them. So again, still proud of it. Still proud of it. If I could just shake it. Wish it was like a, no. Ew. This one was the worst one. Just fell so hard. Oh, no, the other one. This one right here fell harder than me for chastity, you know what I'm saying? Like, just couldn't take it. Had to, just fell. Ooh, baby. Look at this, I'm telling you, look at the stalk on it. It's like a tree. That thing is, that's thick. That is thick. That's that good soil that I took out of the chicken pen, the chicken coop, and put in here. That probably it helped me, but also probably kind of hurt me a little bit because it gave them so much nutrients. And like I said, it just took off. It just took off on me. What's that, y'all? Y'all want Chastity to say something to you? Yes, she is. Monday's her birthday. Y'all can say happy birthday to her. Happy birthday to you. Look at her, so beautiful. Monday really is her birthday. Reggie, here. Huh? Good. See? Pretty good. Oh, there you go. Come on. Shake it up. Oh no. I'm probably going to leave the Abe Lincoln there because now that everything's not around it, I can actually get to it pretty good. The reason I took those first two off is because they were on a longer limb that was going to fall. They weren't going to stay up. Now that I got it kind of confined, I mean, I got it cleared up around, and that way I can go ahead and trim it up now. Go ahead and trim it up. Make it look good. Get off me. Make it look as it's got some maters on this back end right here. So we'll go ahead and take off a bunch of these lowered limbs. So keep that on there. So this big fella right there come off. You know what? We'll take that one off too. And that way, these all can focus on feet. Send all the nutrients to these. And that way, I can keep an eye on them. Oh, this one's not. Been eaten. Well, it started to get a little something, but there's nothing on there. We'll see what that does. Everything else is out. I can just go back through and snip all these down to the ground. I'm glad we got that beast taken care of, but look, I mean, we still got a good yield. So as long as we can get these ripened up And I think the fact that there's some ripe ones in here, or relatively ripe ones in here, that the gases emitted will kind of help the other ones start to do the same thing. And that way we'll be able to use them all. But it'll be good enough for me to be able to make some sauce. I'll just can them. I'll peel them and can them whole, and then that way, whenever I'm going to use them for what I'm going to use them for, whether it's pasta sauce or what, I'll just use the immersion blender, blend them up as I use it. But bed looks good again, clean. Kind of, it feels nice to have done that because I was getting it kind of, because of how bad it took off and cluttered it felt. Just, I don't know. Now I can spend a lot more time around it, really kind of reconfiguring it, like getting the trash, getting the other grass out, put more topsoil, dirt and stuff in there, and then we'll just leave the cucumbers going because they're doing pretty well, and then those other Abe Lincolns. But I'm happy. I'm glad I did it. You know, I wasn't gonna plant a garden this year, but I'm still glad I did, and we'll use what we can use. So I still have these Queen of the Nights over here, which again I need to tie them up as well, but they're not as overtaken as the San Marzanos were. But you can see it's like holding on to the house. But I can actually probably come up and pick these. Those look good. I actually picked a couple the other day and made me and Zoe a tomato sandwich out of them. So delicious, very delicious. I used Dijon mustard on mine. Whew. Game changer right there too. Yeah, so now we got this taken care of. Good. I'm just gotta keep up with everything else and all this rain keep happening. But get these chickens taken care of. We're a week away from butchering the first older ones, and then 2 weeks away from butchering the second ones. Next week I have my next batch of 60 coming in. It's doing it. It's looking good. So I do plan on actually selling, being at the next Fulmer Street Market, August 8th, selling the some packaged birds and stuff. You know, packages of like breast, thighs, wings, you know, stuff like that. No whole birds. That was all pre-order, which we did sell a good many pre-orders. So come out and see me. Get some chicken if you want. Right now, that's the plan. So you know how plans go. But yeah, appreciate y'all hanging out with me.